Welcome to Silversmith Channel!
You're such a goober, Henry.
Hello. In today's episode, I will be putting things in my mouth. You can make a primitive cake out of mesquite by grinding up the seeds and the dried pods and making it into a flour, mixing it with water and drying it in the sun. And it's kind of like a sweet cake. Better than what they're doing in Haiti. That news article where the Haitians are eating mud cakes. It's basically, they dug up clay, mixed it with water, dried it in the sun, and people are eating that just because their stomachs hurt so bad from starving. Not a good choice. Not a lot of nutrition in that, but I mean, if it's your only choice and it saves you some suffering, eat dirt. That's what happens when an earthquake wipes out all your crops, and you're broke, and life sucks.
We're having 50-mile-an-hour winds. Whoa!
Book picture, reality. These are just baby plants. And are they thorny? They are not thorny yet, but I think after the plant gets old and woody, the mesquite gets thorny. So the pods are not very fleshy, so maybe a little earlier in the spring would be a good time for the pods. But these, the seeds can be dried and then ground into a coarse flour. I think you should wait and try and collect your seeds after the pod has become dry for full-grown seeds. Hey, you want to snoop? See what's in there. Little bird cages over there. These are pretty wildflowers. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Look at these fluffy little things. Baby grapes, like freaking crazy. I look all rough now. Took Henry for a walk, antique her, and I found that in the front yard there's way more mesquite, tiny little plants. And you don't want to grow it big because it gets huge, horrendous, scratchy, itchy thorns.
I really cut back on the food budget for March. That's how much we actually spent.
Dirt. So I got up and I started the kiln with the horsey teapot in it. Made everybody breakfast, and I let the chickens out and I scraped the coop. I had to vacuum out the kiln first, of course. I sat down and I watched some beekeeping videos to see if I want to keep bees, which I like honey, I like sweets. So then I sat down on the couch and I'm watching the beekeeping videos and I thought, dang it, I haven't gotten anything done yet. So I got up and did the dishes, and now I need to make bread, and then I need to start a teapot. And then I'll feel like I've accomplished. The ladies are laying eggs. Everything is good. Happy spring. We had rain last night, and it wasn't really enough, but some things are starting to pop up out of the ground. Yesterday, when I found this plant in the front yard and it was really windy, my husband said,
"Oh, that's mesquite."
So I said, I think that's edible. So I took it inside and I held it up against the picture in the book and it looked like mesquite, so I took a big old bite out of one. Well, I don't want to die because you don't understand how impulsive I am. Then he says to me,
Yeah, mesquite. It's that one. We're not growing that here because it has huge thorns. And
Like, that plant didn't have thorns.
don't tell me you know that a plant is a certain plant unless you're sure.
So I'm kind of freaked out. I was like, what did I eat?
it's not my responsibility to figure out what you're going to stick in your mouth.
Anyway, I didn't die. So, that's encouraging.
Lots more of this. And it's pretty good. It tastes like a green bean. And it hasn't been a full 24 hours yet. But they're not ripe yet. Mesquite apparently That's the most of it I've eaten so far. Just kind of squashed the beans out of the deal. But now that one might be almost ripe.
Or rotten.
I'm not sure. They turn tan color and then have purple beans in it. Let's see what's inside this one.
Then he says, oh, not that many plants can kill you.
I don't like where you're going with this conversation.
It would be really helpful to have somebody around that would, A, restrain me when I think I'm going to put something in my mouth that could be poisonous, or stop fooling around. B, teach me what to eat out here. The cool thing is that it likes these wide open sunny spots, and there's some here, and there, and all over here. And now, of course, it could be some variant of mesquite, but as of yet, there are no thorns. But aren't those cool? Veggies growing right out of the ground. How cool is that? Okay, and here's another batch of them. Could be all part of the same plant. If you keep cutting it down, then it just spreads underground, apparently. I wonder why these pods are black. Well, the seeds inside are really hard now. I don't taste any sweetness in it yet. Not sweet, still tastes like a green bean. Well, it's all over here. And you can see those little pods all over the ground. And this whole field here is full of it. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So far, I'm not itchy. There's no swelling. I'm probably not going to die from this. Y'all must think I have a death wish the way I'll just taste stuff outside. I'm looking for something good. All those TV shows where the chefs go out in the woods and they pick wild berries and, come back with a very romantic, it's beautiful sunlight, and they're, wandering around just picking fruit in their basket, and then they go and they serve it in the restaurant. It's all very wonderful. Ooh, look at that purple plant right there. That is a plum. Let me try not to die going down this hill. Okay, here, look. There's wild carrot all over this hill. I put that on my tongue the other day. Had no reaction. What I'm trying to do is test something and then wait 24 hours and see. Oh, we have red bud beans. These are edible. I'm gonna wait till those get bigger before I taste those. This is the red bud, and they are prolific throughout our woods. I think you can eat the flowers of the wild plum. I believe you can eat these, but I can't test those until tomorrow because I just took a bigger sample of what I think is mesquite. And there's bees on it doing their job. Bees are really cool. I read this thing about the anatomy of a bee and, their two stomachs and where the poison sac is and all that stuff. Yep, lots more wild carrot. There's going to be wildflowers back in here. These are all going to be wildflowers. You got the yucca for soap. You can mash up the root or just scrape the green stuff off the leaves, and that's very soapy. Good times. Lots of fun. Okay, I got to get to work. Because this isn't work, right? This is play. That's a nice wild carrot. He was going to mow it down anyway. Thanks for watching, you guys. I've got to get to work. Like, subscribe, give me a comment, share. Go ahead and share. Other people will enjoy this too. I mean, one day, my whole face could swell up and make really good video. But so far, so good. I haven't died yet, just tasting stuff out of the dirt. 'cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Okay, stop fooling around. Get to work. I started working on the Wizard of Oz style teapot, which is number 5. 5, can you believe it? Okay, so far, this is what I have, and what it is the Tin Man's head. I'm gonna do the Tin Man's head, and I think we're gonna pour the tea out his nose. His nose is kind of like a funnel, and he wears a funnel as a hat, and that hat funnel, that will be a great place to lift up the teapot from. Not sure exactly what to make the back of the handle of the teapot, but I'm thinking about potentially a wrench. Like the handle will look like a wrench. What do you think? This end here is the chin, and so he's gonna have kind of a bony skeletal type chin, and then a real round back of the head, like a skeleton, but he's all metal. So he's gonna need, he'll need some details, like some rivets and that sort of thing. And I think this is gonna be the coolest teapot yet. That's about it. Thanks for watching, you guys. Like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Bye. I'm still fine.
I'm sorry, nobody wants to see me up close like that. Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
Well, I